the Saucy Sibs podcast.
I'm your host, Nicodemus.
And I'm Francesca, and we're your sauciest Sibs. And we are joined today by my new friend, Sasha, all the way from Russia. Sasha.
Hello, it is me.
Sasha, man, do you
Vodka?
do you want ice or anything with
No.
this? No.
All right.
So, are you guys dating or like, what is this?
So we get this a lot.
I do get this a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
What are you guys, like, married?
At some point, I do want to say that we are just dating, just to like make it easier. Then it's weird. So Sasha, what are you doing in Denver? How did we come to find you?
I don't know. I met a rich billionaire, and then I just woke up in this room. So I don't know what happened.
We drugged the manager. We got you to take the jet to Denver. And here you fucking are. You're in the closet.
Well, am I having fun? I don't know what's happening. I just woke up from my blackout. So.
You look great, though. I mean, I wouldn't even known that.
Well, yes, my makeup artist is here. So
Francesca, I thought you said she was like nice and friendly.
No, honestly. So Sasha and I just like had such a night
Okay.
at the burn.
She's honestly scaring me.
Huh? No, like, you don't even understand. Like, there were masks involved. There were flags involved. And I was just like, Sasha, I need you on the podcast.
Okay.
Everything. No, Nick, we need her.
No,
this is my podcast now.
Take it away. Take it away,
Hello,
Sasha.
welcome to Sasha's podcast. Today I'm going to tell you how to find the rich husband.
Oh.
Francesca needs that. You know?
Honestly, like, that's my life plan. My mom, my grandma, they're like, can we just marry her off? Like, what is she?
You teach people how to get a rich husband?
It's more like research for me.
Research.
I'm still trying to find the rich husband.
You're like logging your journey of how to get a rich
And I
husband.
figured Denver is a great place to find one.
There's a lot of rich boys
obviously.
around here. You know what I mean?
Actually, before this podcast, I was like, is there anyone here for me? And Nick said no. So that's why they forced me to come.
I was like, you're not going to find your man, but you could come on my podcast.
Well, you know that Nick is only like into Russian men.
Wait, have we talked about this actually?
Oh, I might be Russian, man.
You could put 1 million men in a room, and I will find the only gay Russian man and sleep with him within 5 hours.
And you'll know his astrology signs.
Yeah, true. I will, actually.
How do I bag a billionaire? What are your tips and tricks?
Yeah. Give me the Sasha system.
Actually, did you watch my video?
No.
Oh, there is a
I
Sasha
just
system. But there's also how to find the rich husband. Okay? Step 1, look fabulous at all times. Step 2, you go to the store and you buy vodka. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Step 3, you roll the bottle of vodka until it hits a rich man. He picks it up and you handcuff yourself to him, specifically a briefcase, and you say you have 72 hours to get this briefcase to Moscow or else. And then that's how you get the rich billionaire.
I feel like this is totally your vibe. This could work for you, not for me. I'd be put in prison.
Hey, Sasha's got to go now.
Okay. Bye, Sasha. Bye-bye.
You have to catch your flight.
Okay.
Catch your
Someone
flight.
needs you.
Don't tell me what to do.
Bye. And hi.
You
Hi.
guys. It was too much. We took it on for too long.
We'll cut that. We'll play around
so
with that. We'll see
strange.
whatever.
No,
Have you ever done that
This girl
before?
literally is possessed and has multiple personalities.
And people
No,
are
that-
like, who
people
the
are
fuck
probably
is
like,
their
what the
guest?
fuck
Like,
is
what
going
is
on?
going on? Yeah.
But then the diehard's going to be like,
Okay, fucking
No, I feel so much more comfortable. I don't know Sasha. So like I was like nervous. I was like,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Like I'm wasting your time. Like
This-
I gotta
I was really watching. You guys were
What?
both
You guys are
wide-eyed.
mic'd up.
Oh, we have an
How'd
audience
you feel
here
about
today.
that? How did
It was great.
It was
they're like
great.
we feel
That's all-
awkward.
yeah,
Anyway,
she's intimidating. I can't.
I know.
Sometimes I'll go into an accent. I'm like, wait, hold on.
That was powerful.
It
okay,
was powerful.
you guys, we're gonna introduce our actual guest.
guest. Yeah.
This is Alex Drachnik, founder, owner, CEO, runs Drax Social. I only know you as Drax. Do you go by that?
Everyone calls me Drax.
Okay.
Okay, good.
It's kind of weird when people call me Alex. I'm like, what?
No,
I
Nick.
think
Oh.
that you guys call me Alex.
Okay, well, because I heard that.
There's different people, and by different,
Okay.
like, depends on
Gotcha.
it depends on your level in my life. It's like a pyramid scheme. You got to figure out which
Yeah,
level
yeah.
you're at.
Well, you know what's so funny is you are our actual friend, and we've gotten to know you, but it's like burn getting to know. There's certain people you
Yeah.
click with, and even we've met some people for like 20 minutes at the burn, and then we've literally gone on vacation with them, even though we didn't know them that well, and it was just because like I read your energy, you read ours, and like we with each other. You are like our biggest guest, but I just feel like I deeply know you on a, but we haven't had like deep convos really.
Like, you're our biggest guest that we've had on the podcast yet. Seriously. Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
I was thinking about that. Good.
No,
Thanks, Calda.
No, but that's so crazy because I'm just like, hi, I'm here.
No, exactly. I had nothing
exist.
prepared. I've been so unhinged all day.
A little bit.
And-
We have been, yeah.
Channeling Sasha. Oh, with
Fully.
tequila. That's called vacation, Sasha.
Vacation.
Okay. My alter ego is Vanessa.
Oh,
She's
Sasha and Vanessa would be fun.
Oh my God.
No,
Actually,
they would,
you guys would be arrested and captured
No,
by an
no.
ambulance.
we would
Cartel, get it right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
no, we'd be like sitting on top of the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Like we would con someone into giving
There
us
she
their job.
goes
We'd
with New
probably
York
be
people.
driving it. Like it's I've never met Vanessa.
I've met Vanessa multiple times.
Give us like a little rundown.
You know what's crazy about Vanessa, Francesca's drunk alter ego, is that like she does get done. Like she does put in work. You will disappear and you will literally either get arrested or meet Donald Trump. Like there is really no in between, you know?
Yeah.
You'll be backstage or you will be handcuffed.
A couple Monday nights ago, Vanessa got medically kidnapped. We're not going to tell the whole story, but I was kidnapped in an ambulance from the Incubus concert at Ball Arena.
First of all, I'm jealous you went to an Incubus concert. I f***ing love Incubus.
So good.
We love Incubus as well. And I was so excited. We got free tickets. We
Oh,
went to
because you're
Incubus.
bass and punk.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, I mean, you
And I grew
dress
up with
punk, but
alternative. Oh my God, I'm the biggest Warped Tour emo kid you'll ever meet in your entire life.
we
Literally
are
going to when
soulmates.
you guys should come to when we were young in Vegas.
No,
When is
I-
that actually?
November, October 18th. It's coming up.
Damn, that is
literally my
way
life.
f***ing
So
close.
soon.
That is way
know.
too close, but that would be amazing.
No, that is like my heart and soul. I grew up punk,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
Pop punk,
now I'm into
baby.
bass.
Pop
I
punk.
guess that's like the
No, think about it. I have a theory.
Okay.
I have a theory. You ready for my theory?
Yes.
I grew up with like screamo punk rock music, really
Yes.
screamo. It's really heavy and like rock and like, yeah, it transfers into bass because it has the same energy of like,
Yeah.
think of like from first to last, Skrillex. He went from
Yeah.
punk
Yeah.
rock
Yeah.
band. It's the same energy, and that's why we like it because it's like screamo. It lets that inner like out, and bass is the,
Totally.
same.
And
I'm
like,
like,
I've been to bass shows where it is almost like about to be a mosh pit.
Kaizo.
Kaizo.
Keizo. Do you know Keizo?
I don't think I do.
Oh my God, Keizo
Is it
does
bass
like
music? I wouldn't know.
no, but he's like he does like hard rock covers into bass. So it's literally
Oh my
both
God. Well, I
things.
mean, at that
He's
point,
sick. He's
Cool.
sick. Yeah.
yeah, I could see that.
I wonder if there's like a similar trauma or like upbringing that it ignites something like inside of us that like because that screamo, that punk, everything was there for me, and then bass has like been there for
How
me.
was your childhood? Did you have a good childhood? Did you guys grow up? How did you guys grow up?
Oh,
I'm curious.
this is the Saucy Sis podcast. So one thing that's different about our podcast that people don't know is like we do talk about ourselves. It's more like we're hanging out with our friends.
I know it's
we're
my
talking
podcast
about
all of a sudden.
no,
No.
please. How we grew up is our parents met, had me, and got married at 19. Got cut off
What does that
financially
mean? Oh,
from
okay,
my
gotcha.
mom's family.
Okay.
And my dad like knew the level my mom wanted to be at it financially and in
Mhm.
life. He never went to college, but he worked in a
Yeah.
factory every night. Put my mom through college.
Mhm.
So I grew up kind of like poor. Like my dad was in a factory. Like we grew up in apartments. Nick grew up like rich. We're 6 years apart.
I
And-
mean, the R word is kind of crazy to use, but I did have an in-ground pool.
yeah.
I
you
think
grew
that's
up
what we
pretty
always say.
decent.
It was like decent. It's not rich, you know. I don't want like the internet to like. I mean, I'm not like a trust fund kid or anything like that. But you know,
Well,
Yeah.
I think okay. So you had a good childhood.
yeah.
They were young and figuring themselves out. And I was like
Yeah.
a really
Yeah.
hard kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very strong willed, very insane.
Yeah.
And I think they were learning how to grow up.
Is it
And
just you two?
No, we have
No.
one in between us.
What? Where?
He's in.
Is he? Is
Biloxi,
he in the
Mississippi.
room with us right now?
Is Max? His name is Maximiliano. And yeah, he's 3 years older than me, and then 2 years younger than you. And
We're the eldest. We're the older siblings. I'm an older sibling
That's
as well.
another
I have
thing.
a brother that's 5 years younger than me.
wow.
Okay.
Where is he?
He lives in Santa Barbara right now.
Okay.
My brother and I could not be more opposite. So
Really?
I'm
Okay.
like very, eccentric, alpha.
Yeah.
Like, blah blah blah. Could talk to a paint of wall of paint dry. Dyslexic as well.
I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant.
My brother, on the other hand, 5 years younger than me, he had some serious health problems growing up,
Mm.
and he was very introverted and very like. My brother and I did not get along growing up because I was like, I would make my brother eat snails.
It was-
Okay, that's f***ing
Alex and
intense.
Nick, Yeah, his name's
Oh.
Nick. Why have I not put that together?
I don't know.
Nick Drachnik.
Nick.
Nick Drachnik?
Nick Drachnik. My parents did that.
That's
Nicholas and Alexandra.
How-
We were named. So it's Alexandra and Nicholas. We were named after the Tsar and Tsarina.
Yeah, I
of
was gonna
Russia.
say, like,
My mom's very into
Just
all
you
of
two.
that. Yeah. And then my brother and I didn't get along. And then when I went to college, I was a senior at San Diego State. And my brother went for 1 year and he was a freshman. And there's something about that bond where, like, when my brother went to
Yeah.
college.
yeah.
Also, my brother is 6'5" and I'm 5'6".
Is he single? I'm just kidding.
No. But he's awesome.
Okay,
But but so like my brother's really freaking tall, and then I have the personality of a tall person. And so it was kind of cool. Like I'm a senior and I was like, oh, my brother's here as a freshman. You know, like that's kind of like a thing, you know? It's
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
So I'd bring him to parties, and for the first time ever, he finally got to experience like all this like partying and fun. And he was like, oh my God, this is awesome. My sister's cool. Da, da, da. And I was like, all right, you're cool. Cause it's kind of like a flex. I'm like, yes, it's
Yeah.
my brother. And whenever my brother would go anywhere, all of his friends would be like, oh my God, your brother to Alex, or you're Alex Drachnik's brother. Like my brother was like, I can't go anywhere without them naming you. But
Wait, I love that.
Yeah.
yeah, it was sick. Cause I left the legacy because we went to the same high school and stuff.
Yeah.
And then my brother and I super bonded when we were in college, and that changed it all because we realized we had the same complaints about our lovely, dearing family. But we
Yeah,
finally
yeah.
bonded
Yeah.
on something about whatever. But then before he decided he wanted to stay at San Diego State, he already had wanted to transfer to Oregon. But at the end, he's more of like the granilla. Da, da. My brother's a genius. He literally builds rockets and he 3D prints stuff.
Cool,
You can cut this
cool.
footage in. I wish I brought it with me.
I mean,
For Christmas
You need to
this
send
year,
it.
my brother 3D printed me a pink flamethrower, and he spent 3 months on it. And
actual flames?
no, literally, it's the
Wait.
sickest fucking thing in the world. And
I
my
wish you
brother
brought-
kept it a secret for 3 months because surprising me with gifts is like the best thing in the world.
Okay.
I opened it up on Christmas and I was like, I no words. I was like, you 3D printed me a fucking flamethrower.
How do you do that? You
What-
buy a flamethrower and then he made it.
No, he
pink?
literally 3D printed all the pieces.
Like you 3D print like pieces and then you put it together.
I have to show
Okay,
you all.
my
No,
brother
look at
Max,
us.
if you're listening, that's what the fuck I want. Okay, for my birthday.
My brother made like multiple prototypes and stuff,
Wait,
and he tested it out until he made the perfect one for me for my birthday, and or for Christmas, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
have you seen that MIA music video where they 3D print guns? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know the music video. I
No.
never saw that.
I just know the bad
gotta
girls
find
do
this.
it well music video. That's
Yeah.
I've watched it 900
Bad girls.
times of
Yeah.
MIA.
What year is this?
So it's funny because you're in social media and it's kind of
Am
like
I?
black sheep.
Ew.
No, it's so funny.
Guys, I'm not an influencer.
Drax?
Can you talk on that for me?
Yeah, so my manager and other manager who are mic'd up. No, Brad and Katie, who I've known for like 5 years now, something like that. They're creative geniuses. They helped me make Drax Social's logo. They helped me do a bunch of amazing creative stuff. They're like, you need your own like
No,
you know,
you're like very
clothing
Instagram
and-
famous, and like some influencers make most of their money just on merch.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
And the thing is we were like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we need to do it right. And I kind of told them I already kind of sort of had this like idea, and then I kind of made some mock-ups or whatever. But
Yeah.
they're so like, I remember when they made my logo, I was like, can you help me make a logo? And he like made it overnight, and I was like, this is the greatest thing in the entire. It's literally my favorite thing ever.
Which never
Well,
Oh.
happens.
Literally,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like 0 revisions. I was like, no, that's it. And then when I asked them about the merch, we had a meeting and they like deep dived into like asking me lots of amazing questions because Brad is so good at asking questions that you didn't know you need to be asked. And then they came back to me like a couple weeks later with literally like this whole vibe where it's like, my whole thing is,
Oh, that wasn't. You didn't already have that.
no, it was like,
No.
Wow.
this is literally the collab that's going on
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And so like my whole thing is I make fun of myself. I'm
Yeah.
a fucking influencer.
Do it.
You know,
And a content creator.
I'm a micro
And a content
influencer.
creator.
No, I like content creator. But I am an influencer and I know it, but I also am like making fun of my own self because like self-deprecation is the best. Like
It's the best. Yeah.
if I was sitting here being serious, you guys would like I would not be here. And then also my other reason for this too is I worked on film and TV shows in Hollywood for like 6 years. I used to
cool.
be a production assistant. I've been making movies and videos since I was 13. That's a whole thing.
I never knew that, but makes sense.
That's how I got into all this. Is
Okay.
they don't know about my old YouTube videos.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, I
You
can't
have, like,
wait.
a shit ton of YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, but I have a second account, which is my
Okay.
old account.
Okay. Wow.
I've been
Okay.
making YouTube videos for 15 plus
There's
years.
so many layers to you.
There's a lot. I'm like
You know
No,
what I mean?
you're
I'm
an
like
onion.
an onion.
Yeah, I'm like an onion.
Wait,
Shrek.
can I?
We're
We're
going on
gonna.
tangents.
No, we're so many tangents. We'll probably cut a lot of that out. But I was gonna say we haven't talked about our sponsor,
I know.
but we are talking about it right now.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
So, guys, have you ever seen me look so good? This episode is sponsored by neon.katie. You'll find her everywhere. She is Alex's best friend, our new best friends. When we found out, she goes, oh, you know Brad and Katie? I go, you mean my Brad and Katie?
And I was like, you mean my Brad?
No, literally. And I was like, I'm sorry. And then I had no idea how deep it went.
Me
So
neither,
the
me
creative
neither.
geniuses she was just talking about, our new best friends, her old best friends.
Old.
But they're not old.
Wait, you know what's
They're
so,
the hottest people I know.
You know what's so funny?
No,
when you-
literally, hold on, pause. My friends refer to them as the hot couple everywhere. They're like, do you remember Brad and Katie? They're like, you mean the hot couple? Literally, everywhere we go, the hot couple, hot couple, hot couple. The hot couple.
No, it's absurd. It's like,
absurd.
them. Like they could be hired just to like stand there and like look pretty.
That's literally what they're doing right
yeah,
now.
no, they're in the. You guys are mic'd. You can talk.
Just
gonna
introduce
laugh.
yourself real quick.
Why would I?
Wait.
You guys, so
All he needs to do is just stand there and look pretty.
Yeah, he's like,
they're gonna be on the podcast soon.
Anyway, she did our makeup.
Katie did her makeup for the
She
podcast.
did our makeup for the podcast.
You guys, we're pretty. It's because of Katie. Drax landed at 7 p.m. and got off the plane, went to Katie and Brad's. We ordered Shake
Hopped off the
Shack.
plane at Denver.
DEIA.
Bus, another club. No sleep, another club. We
But,
started the
yes.
podcast at midnight. Here we are.
I know. We look
And
hot.
no, we
I think we're looking fucking amazing. This is our latest podcast ever, which
Ever.
also, so I just want to say thank you so much, Katie. Thank you so much, Brad. Thank you so much, Drax, for being here. Francesca, thank you so much for being here. And
it
on
was
my
touch and
show.
go for a
No, I'm just
second.
kidding. No, oh my God, no. it
no,
was
no,
not.
I was a little touch and go.
There was a
no.
lot of traffic.
It was more like
We're-
my emotional state.
Throw me away.
I know. You were like, I just don't know what the fuck I'm going to wear. And I was like, Francesca,
Dress
I'm
like
sure you'll
me.
figure it out.
Yeah.
And did we say that we met? I also, before
Oh.
I say this, okay, guys, we're not talking about the burn. We're not fucking doing it. And like, we told our listeners last time, like, if we say fucking Birdie Man, we're
Voldemort.
just not doing that. We're not. But could you imagine? I was like, oh my God, Drax, how was your burn? Shut the fuck up.
I literally don't care.
I
Don't
don't
you
care
feel like
either.
influencers are ruining Bernie Man? But okay, no, so
Not an influencer.
she's not an influencer. Okay,
Wait, so you've just been like this. It wasn't like a Burning Man thing.
What?
Like just who you are.
So I used to be a competitive bodybuilder. I competed for 5 years. I did 7 bikini bodybuilding shows. I have a lot of levels and layers.
wait.
I met Alex at a pool party in 2018,
19.
and Alex was sitting there and being shy, and I just decided to just hit on her.
You just decided
You
to
were
harass
shy.
her.
You were telling me that you were not really into guys
Sexual.
at the time, sexual. Yeah.
I was still figuring my shit out because I was always just very much more like prudy. Like, I don't know. I grew up kind of like very like,
Yeah.
I don't know, literally because I was super tomboy too. So I
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
like, guys are my friends. Why? And then, you cross the line. You're like,
Every
"Oh."
girl is 50% guy.
Yeah, literally.
oh.
But I needed to come out of my shell, and it honestly was a big thing I wanted to work on, especially when COVID hit. I really worked
Yeah.
on it. I basically Fight Clubbed myself. Have you ever watched Fight Club?
Yeah.
How?
It's literally my favorite movie, favorite book in the entire existence. I Fight Club myself. Sasha has made me who I am because she gave me the confidence and helped me dress the way I always wanted to dress and gave me all the confidence and everything. It's kind of really cool.
It's not Alex, it's Sasha, but really like
It's Alex. It's always been Alex.
Right, it's always been Alex, yeah. I actually find that such a fascinating world to live in. I mean, like Ziggy Stardust to David Bowie, Lady Gaga to Stephanie Germanotta, but also online, like, do you guys know a twink and a redhead?
You told
A
me.
twink and a redhead? But like basically it's just like
Say
a
it
twink
twice
and a
and we'll know.
redhead. Yeah, no, a twink and a redhead.
Okay, 3 times now. I know.
No, but and it's so funny is like they are funny, but really they're just like it's ironic. Their whole personality is ironic, and I'm like, wouldn't that be so much easier if you and I were just playing characters and not actually ourselves?
No, everyone does that. I think every big star, to be honest, that you know, Beyonce, Sasha Fierce, even certain like Chappell Roan. That's not her name. What is it?
Kaylee something.
And like, no, everyone has
love
this
her.
sort of Zendaya does it. The Kardashian. Everyone.
Writers have pen names. Actors have like stage names, and I find that like you create an alter ego to almost be your armor to get away
because
with
you can
acting
do whatever
a
you
certain
want.
way,
You can
right?
literally do whatever you want because it's like a version of you that you kind of almost wish you were, but you have more of the confidence to do it. It's literally changed
Right.
my life. It's been like I only realized it like maybe 6 months ago that I was like, oh my God, I Fight Club myself. Like it's
Myself.
because it's like you're the confident like version of yourself. And even growing up, like I love, Marvel, I love Comic-Con, I love cosplaying, I loved all of that. And then during COVID, this is a whole nother fucking story. But basically during COVID, I got COVID for my first time while I was working on a film set, and I was sent home to be at home for 2 weeks straight without work, but I was being paid, which is very rare when you work on a film set. So I was a production assistant. And I've been on social media for fucking 10, 12 years at that time. And I remember saying to myself as I was like, if I can't figure out how to go viral with these 2 weeks that I'll never get again, these are the 2 weeks in my entire existence that there is nothing going on. There is no FOMO. If I can't figure it out, like, then I'm like, I can't do this. And during that time, you can probably relate to this. When you're bored at home and sick, sometimes you're like, I just want to like do my makeup all cool and blah, blah, blah. I grew up always idolizing anti-villains. I loved anti-villains. They were always in black leather. They always wore the coolest, hottest outfits. They're usually Russian, like James Bond or like Harley Quinn. They're always like, yes, Mr. Bond. But they're like kind of like anti-villains. They're not fully a villain. And I always love that. And so I'm at home and I parted my hair down the center and I did really black, really bad smoky makeup. Katie would have been so proud. And then I put on this all black outfit. And I was a fitness trainer at the time while I was doing bodybuilding. And so I was like, what if I did a Russian accent? So I literally went on Google and typed in and found a translator that would say English accent or English sentences with a Russian accent. So I just copied it because I was bored.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And then the video series I started with this was American personal trainer versus Russian personal trainer. So the American personal trainer would be like, eat your protein, da-da-da. And the Russian would be like, drink more vodka, it's good for health, And it would start to go viral. And I was like, this is just fun. I love this. And then it just slowly expanded and just kept going and going and going. And then it turned into my whole life in the best way.
Okay, so you're not Russian at all.
I am. I'm a little bit Russian. Like this much.
Like that much.
Yeah.
Okay, I
But
fully thought you were just like Russian and had an American accent because you grew up here.
Well, and also, I don't know if you guys know this, Alexandra is my name. And in Russian, it's Sasha. So my name is Sasha.
Sasha and Alexander.
Alexander and Alexandra. So if you ever meet a guy named Sasha, they're usually Russian. Okay. So yeah, so like growing up, my parents used to call me Sasha, and I was like, that's not my name. It's like, yes, it is. And then when I started this character without even thinking, I was like, oh, it's Sasha. And then my parents were like, did you know that's your name? And I was like, duh.
Yeah.
It's funny when I try to do skits as my American self, they're just not as funny. But then when I go into the Sasha, I'm like, yeah, whatever, get rid of him. It's like, it's this character that's just like funny, and it's like I can get away with whatever I want. Like I've been at bars sometimes where like guys will come and hit on me, and that for some reason, if I just have just at the right amount of alcohol, I'll literally just be like, what do you want? And they think it's hilarious. And then I'll talk in my normal accent right away as well. Because I don't want people to think I'm just Russian all the time, especially when I meet. But I'll go in and out, and they think it's the funniest thing. I don't know what it is.
I mean,
my parents are my biggest fucking supporters of my whole thing.
Same.
No, I love that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It took them like a second, but no, not to like harp on that. But I do think there is something with having an alter ego and having protection from the negative comments.
It's kind of like this cool safety net. Like yesterday I made a get ready with me video, but I was like, I love fashion. I love makeup, hair, nails.
Totally.
And I've been wanting to do these like get readies with me's, but I was like, I'm not like every basic bitch who's like, get ready with me to go to the mall. Like, no. Let's go to the mall. Robin Sparkles, How I Met Your Mother? No? Okay. Anyway. Whoa. The 80s.
I don't know it. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Crickets.
Leave now.
We've never seen it.
Anyway.
I'm sure someone will appreciate.
But I wanted to do these like get readies with me, but I was like, okay, it'll only be funny if I do it as Sasha. And if I do it as Sasha character, it has to go above and beyond.
Right.
So then I was like, get ready with me to ruin a man's life. What a hook. And then immediately I wore the outfits because I'm still doing a very nice, like, showing the outfits, but then I'm doing a voiceover being like, you know, I wear this, whatever. I wear these buckle boots to step on his ego. Like, and it did really well, but it was like, I don't know. If I did that as my normal self, it would have been like, this fucking bitch thinks whatever. But because it's a character, you can get away with it. And then it makes me feel confident. And I felt super hot in that video. I was like, damn, this outfit slays.
Mm-hmm.
Do your best videos, when they go viral, do they have more negative comments? That's what we found.
All right, she said.
All right,
She
here's
said,
the
"Let me
rules.
Yeah,
break
let's
my
get
neck
into
for
it.
This one.
Here's the rules.
Yeah.
I only look at the comments for the first hour after I post,
Yeah.
and I respond to like the first hour because it's really good to respond to
Yeah.
comments. And then when videos start to pop off, I just do not look at the comments. Literally, people are always like, "Oh, I'm getting cyberbullied." You know how you fucking get rid of cyberbullying? You just throw your phone away. You just close your laptop.
Yeah.
Literally.
Don't read the comments.
Literally. Yeah.
I remember when my first video went viral. It wasn't a Sasha video. It was like a video on Instagram that I did. I got so many mean comments and I let it get to me for a second because I was like, oh my God, insecure. And then I was like, hold up. You know, like I'm a normal human. Of course, I'm going to let it get to me.
Yeah.
But then I was like, wait a second. Best thing you can do is just use it as content.
Yeah.
So I did a series called, you know, Sasha reads mean comments, like celebrities read mean tweets.
Yeah.
So if you're going to publicly comment that I look like and sound like a man, I'm going to publicly put it here and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to respond to it. And it one, made me feel better. Two, I got free content out of it. And three, the support system behind that video alone, all the people in the comments were like, this is awesome. You know what I mean? It was just like, you're going to get haters no matter what, because you have to realize, like, even though we know a lot of amazing people and we're amazing, every time you post a video, it's someone's first time seeing you ever.
Totally,
and they don't know you. And they could be living in their parents' basement in Ohio.
Literally, that's so 1,000,000%. And I've said this a bunch of times on the podcast, I'm sure, but like, we always make the joke where I could literally be like, I had a nice day today, and people will be like, wow,
Privilege
that
much?
guy. Just be like, that guy sounds like he sucks cock, and I'm like,
But you do.
I literally do, loud and proud.
No,
Good
he's
at
not
it.
in the
You know,
closet.
I've never been in the closet, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, but it's like what you were saying,
Yep.
like it's their first time seeing it, and I just like, I love that though, because I'm like, you must be new. But at the same time, like I am getting homophobic comments all the time online, and that could tear someone down. But it's funny, I actually never experienced homophobia ever in my life until I started posting content online.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get, the more you post and the bigger it gets and the bigger you get, the more hate you're going to get.
Yeah, totally.
I think the best thing, because a lot of my clients, when we do our social media for them, they'll start to get hate sometimes. And like, what do I do? And I'm like, you can't fester on it. You honestly don't reply to hate comments. Seriously, that's the worst thing you could do.
Really?
Yeah, unless you love the drama.
I kind of love going back and I'm like,
Oh,
and
man.
you look like an ugly, piggly bitch.
Think about it. It's like when you think about dating, right? You know, when you like go back and forth and fight, it's like you're feeding each other, right? If you just completely ignore them, they mean nothing to you.
Yeah.
You know how much of a silence is like, what is this saying? It's like, silence is like
Golden.
I don't know what the hell.
Yeah,
it is.
you're Russian. English is your second
I
language.
don't know what
It's
they're
okay.
talking about. But when you're silent and you cut them off and you act like you actually don't fucking care, it's just so much more powerful.
I have a personal question for both of you.
Okay.
In a text
No.
message, disagreement, or a fight, significant other, friend, anyone, who do you think has the most power? The one who got the last text message or the one who stopped responding? I have two types of friends.
I feel like I've been, unfortunately, the one that tries to get the last word in.
Oh.
And I don't like, but I'm trying to be more of that mysterious, like,
I think that obviously this is just a fact. Whoever cares less in a relationship holds the power. That's a very narcissistic, fucked up thing to say.
true, though.
But so in anything, even if I'm like not that strong, not whatever, if I have the last message in a text response, I feel as though I've fully lost.
Yeah.
But I have
Well,
friends.
why do you keep blocking people?
Ooh.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Ooh, that's technically.
Because here's also a thing with that is like, if
No,
you
that's a
block
toxic
someone,
behavior.
You don't hear what they said. Doesn't mean you won. That is just closing your eyes to something that happened. you have to like see what happened, right?
So,
Yeah.
So that's why I would never. I don't ever block anyone. I wait,
I block people all the time.
and I can't wait. I'll wait
but
for 6
that's
years.
forcing the last word. So that's a cheat. I'm talking about before we had block.
Okay.
You used to not be able to block person
Before
via
block,
text until you like called AT&T.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like, sorry, you're young.
Wow.
You used to have, you couldn't just block someone in high school.
yeah, no, you couldn't. could you?
No, you really couldn't. It was the text message would go through.
Yeah.
I feel like being able to block someone like via just on your phone with a button is like within the last 5 years ish, I think. But like, okay.
We're gonna need to fact check that with ChatGPT.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Hey, chat.
But it was like okay, so let's take that away. I think with the blocking, I'm saying something and getting the last word, and I think it's a little fucked up, and it is a toxic behavior I do.
But they don't know you blocked them.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't work.
But I just like don't need to read it. No, it's messed up. That's like another rabbit hole to go down that I have an issue with that. But I'm saying back in the day,
Yeah.
or if you're having a conversation with someone, no blocking, do you feel that the last word or the non-response? I always think less is more. It goes against everything I believe in my being. Like I want the last word.
Less
but
is-
I want them to feel like neglected.
I mean, yeah, I feel like the person that's just like, okay, cool. Like sometimes,
But that's a
when,
last word.
I don't
I just
know.
want to
go back
not
and forth with
respond
that,
and
like-
make them lose it.
Right. I guess that's fair. Yeah, like making them lose it, especially after they sent a long ass paragraph and then you just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess in my last breakup, there have been a
Okay.
few times where I have given the last word
Okay.
and I said my piece and they didn't respond. It makes me look dumb. But then, 4 months later, when I'm sitting outside smoking an American Spirit looking at the moon, I go, huh. And then he texts me right then and there. Just goes, hey, by the way. I go, "Yeah, fucking go. That is that bone marrow I'm sucking you dry from, Because it's like,
Bone
and then
marrow.
I'm not going to respond to that. Right?
No, then you win.
Right. Then I win, And
Yeah.
it's definitely
Okay.
a little melanoma virus of myself.
You're
to
playing
do.
the long game.
Yeah.
See, I'm not that mysterious. I want to be that. I want to be the.
Not
I
giving
just
my.
won't respond, but I'm just not. Like, I'll tell you the last idiot in my life.
Okay.
Yeah, I did some fucked up shit. And then at the very end, I said the last 2 words and I blocked his ass. I don't usually block people. That's the thing. I usually am friends with everyone. I like working through things, but this one was unforgivable. So blocked.
Blocked.
No, I block everyone.
No,
like
for-
it's a weird thing.
I know.
I
you're-
try not
I block
to-
everyone, anything, anytime, any place.
Oh, I mean, if I have an issue, I'm gonna try to work through it as much as I can, and like, even
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
disagree on something, I'm not gonna unblock you. Maybe I'll mute you. I don't know. But even then, I just like whatever. I don't like hate anyone. I don't whatever. But this particular human, I blocked, which was I don't
Okay.
block people.
It-
So
Oh, so that's final for you. I unblock people like 3
I know.
days.
No,
later.
no,
That's
I
even
don't
more fucked up
unblock
because
you.
it's like you're just like no. See, that's kills
No,
me,
it's insane.
Francesca.
I'll block them.
Because-
I just don't want to
no,
hear
if
it.
you're
Like
Have you
I'm
blocked
bored.
me and
I'm
unblocked me,
annoyed.
like
Yeah,
20
and then I'll
minutes.
unblock you 20
Because
minutes
it
later
doesn't
when I
mean
feel
anything.
softer.
They don't know.
I feel like if you're gonna block someone, you have to commit. You're like, if I'm gonna block them,
Totally.
they're gonna be
Yes,
blocked
totally.
forever.
no, literally, you're
If
gonna be blocked.
I'm
forever.
gonna block you. I'm gonna move
Unblocking really makes you look like, yeah.
My
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah.
Can I tell you my favorite thing that guys do sometimes? Guys are just as crazy as girls.
I'd say more.
I've had this situation happen to me like twice because guys are insane, and this is where I feel like I have the power.
Okay.
Like altercation between the two or whatever, and then I have multiple Instagram accounts because of my business account, and they block me from their stories, and I'm like, "Are you that? You're that petty of a man that I've had 2 different guys block me from their stories, and I called one out one time, and I was like." Hey, did you block me from your stories?
Wait,
He
you
was-
called them out on that?
Of
That's
course,
kinda
I call guys out
crazy.
all the time. I was like, why would I not? It's funny to call guys out, dude. It's so fucking funny.
No,
I
it's
was
my
like,
favorite.
Did you block me on your story? And he was like, oh, no, it was a glitch. And I was like, a glitch. Weird, because I could see it on my other
A
account.
glitch.
I love when,
My
and I bet
Christ.
you he was sitting there and he's like, shit, he probably felt so embarrassed as I called him out. But that's my biggest thing. I don't know. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just calling you out your bullshit. There's no point of like,
Yeah.
not. Like, life's too short.
Well, with that, I feel like social media is not for the boys.
No.
The hottest thing to me is a man who does not have social media.
I say that all the time.
Wait,
So-
you really feel that way?
no, literally, I just want to date a guy who has like one post from like 7 years ago.
No, I want him to be like, "What's Instagram? I've never done it," and I'm like, I'm literally turned on.
No,
Like
seriously.
it's insane. But like blocking
hot.
someone on social media, you know how to block someone? Like, you've done this before.
I know.
You're going to hide me from your stories. I'm like, it is the bit. It's so petty. It's so girly. That's not for the boys.
I don't want to date a social media person because the moment we break up, I'm like, I don't want to fucking see this.
You guys are literally so fucked up.
No, I dated one guy. On social media, and he was the most insane guy I've ever dated in my life. It was years ago. I remember when we met or whatever, or he did content too, sort of. I remember I was going on a trip to Thailand that I had booked a year before I met him. A year. When the trip was coming up, he goes, well, what am I going to do without you here? Who's going to shoot my content? Who's going to help me edit? Who's going to help me post it? And I was like, oh, okay. And then everything, he like glamorized our relationship online with all these photos. And it was like so fake. And I was like, I remember that was the first and last time I was like, I'm never posting a relationship online ever again. Like if I ever date someone, they're going to be like, they might be like the fake rich husband's hand with like a Rolex on as like a joke or something. But I don't know. I just personally, for me, it's like people don't know my love life online, actually. Like, no one knows my love life. I don't even really have a love life right now. They'll know my love life every now and then. But my love life is very like something I do keep off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also friends with so many girls. I get along with girls and guys equally. Ironically, this is so random. I was looking through my analytics on Instagram, and you can see like if more girls or guys follow you.
Yeah.
Literally, it's 49% women, 51%
Who the
men.
fuck is that 1%?
I know, I identify that.
I'm looking at you.
But if those analytics literally describe me as a human because I get along with both people. So I post guys and girls on my story all the time. And what people don't know is I might be dating some of them, and you wouldn't know because I post everyone.
Wait, Alex, that's also first time I've ever called you Alex.
Ugh.
I think I think you might be one of the only influencers out there at your level that have that ratio.
It's wild.
No, that's actually like beyond amazing.
Because usually it's like, OnlyFans
Like
girls,
bikini photos,
men,
like
and then girls that do makeup, girly stuff,
Yeah.
women. And I realized I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm in a very interesting place. And it's been like that my entire life. Like in college, I wasn't part of a sorority, but I was the videographer for all the sororities and fraternities. So I'd go all the fraternity parties and then all sorority girls would invite me to their parties. I've always been very neutral. And I think it's a defense mechanism so that nobody hates me. It's a weird trauma thing there somewhere deep down inside.
No. I don't think that. I don't think
So-
that because I've always been like a neutral person myself.
I've
Like,
very been neutral. Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
Like,
I've always been
I
neutral.
feel like I'm just as feminine as I am masculine, and I'm so like one of the girls just as I am one of the boys, and I don't warrant myself within that. I don't try to be that. That's just how I am.
So I've never been neutral.
Right.
Yeah.
What
no,
side are you on?
I have a no. I've always I elicit strong feelings.
Death to women.
No, I do. I've always elicited very strong feelings from people.
What does that
Mostly
mean?
women. I have people either like love me or hate me.
I think that's true to say,
Yeah, like they either are like my best friend obsessed with being great and we click, or they like actually want to kill me. Like so strong that like no, I have multiple restraining orders. Like actual death to me. Crazy.
What?
Crazy. But so growing up, but like get out of here.
Hey mom, can you come pick me
Yeah,
up?
can you
Pick
pick
me
me
up.
up? No, but like I do have the same best friend from when I was 13 years old.
Red
but
flag.
we're like sisters. I'm able to have girls who are friends, but I didn't always have friends that were girls. It was always guys. But usually the girls, like I feel like the stereotype of like girls who are like, I'm only friends with guys, blah, blah, are super slutty, super whatever. I didn't have sex till college. All my guy friends were just my guy friends. I was never mean to anyone. I was just a nerd, but the dudes understood me. But to be honest, and I'm looking at Katie because she's one of my Colorado friends. Colorado has like healed me.
Oh.
I have girlfriends for like the first time in my life who are nice and cool and smart and secure in themselves. It's like it's never been a thought. I've never been someone's like, oh, are they not secure? I'm the hottest, coolest. I'm not that person. But like I don't know. Like I moved to Colorado and I made a group of I made so many girlfriends, and I was like, oh, like I can be friends with girls. I'm not like I felt crazy.
Yeah.
Like you meet a girl and she's like, I'm only friends with guys. You're like, so you're insane
Yeah.
and I will hate
So
you.
you're like,
Yeah,
I agree
yeah.
with you. It's so rare. Like, and we're in the same circle, so we're talking about the same girls, and it's wild because I was the same way. Like, only friends with really
Shut
guys, and all of bullied by girls all the time. Whatever. And I'm like, no, we're literally like smoking weed and doing like whatever. Like,
No, I smoked weed and played video games my entire high school, like hanging out with the dudes. I was like, we're not doing anything cool, and they don't want to sleep with me. Like, they know me way too well, and they might hate me, but like, they're my boys.
I was the same way in like high school. I was the only girl on our skateboard team, spin skaters. Shout out, I could do a kickflip.
Shut
But
up.
I literally was Avril Lavigne. Like literally, I kid you not. Like I don't care about celebrities. I don't get starstruck. I worked on fucking movies. I don't care. The only celebrity that I would like to meet would be Avril Lavigne. She commented on my TikTok once and then reposted it on her Instagram story and tagged me. It was so epic because
That's awesome.
me
A
and my
girl's
friend-
girl.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, or her assistant, whatever. But
Yeah.
but me and my friend did because her and MGK did a song together and they made a TikTok.
Yeah.
And my friend had pink hair and I obviously have pink hair, I think. And so we stitched the TikTok by doing the exact same movements right before a concert, the MGK Avril Lavigne concert like 2 years ago. And she fucking commented on it and posted on her story and I was like, I've made it.
I've made it.
That's it. I've made
Yeah.
it.
But literally I don't care about anyone else. I just want to meet her and we're good.
Do you know that interview with her when she's like 18? She's like, "Am I punk or am I rock? Like, I'm
yes.
sorry. Like, I think it's like not punk if you say if you're punk. So like
I
whatever."
know,
Like,
that interview is so
I
funny.
watch that every time. Do you know what I'm talking
No.
about? Every time you know what? Every time it comes up, I watch it like 5 times in a row. There's something about it.
She's just so innocent and 18 or whatever.
I just like to like walk around and like throw
She's
shit.
also Canadian.
Yeah, she is. God,
What's with all the Canadians?
why is being a Canadian unattractive to me? But
No, I think it's hot.
it's hot.
No,
They're
it's
like
an ick for me.
America adjacent.
X was a Canadian. Never again.
We were talking about main characters earlier.
Oh yeah. Oh
How
yeah.
How funny that all of our friends now, I would say all of them, all of our friends now are main characters.
Mm-hmm.
And what's weird is no one's trying to push the other main character out. No one has such a big ego that they want to be more. It's like a bunch of main characters who are like collaborating to like push each other up. And like, I feel like we've been so lucky. Like, what the fuck is that?
It's also like, think of like a season of a show, right? And each episode is someone's different point of view. It's a different main character side quest. So it's like the same scenario would happen in every episode, but it would be from your point of view, my point of view,
Yeah.
da-da-da. And everyone's point of view is subjective. And that's the fun of life.
Well, you told me the other day you broke up with someone because your friend said, listen, he's like a side character.
Yep.
Like he's supporting. And
Which
you're,
is great.
yeah, it's fine. It's okay. It's wonderful. It's amazing.
But I realize, because like, you know, every time you kind of date someone, you kind of learn and grow and realize, oh, I thought I wanted someone a little less insane as me, or main character. But then after kind of that, I was like, I don't. I want someone who's at the same level as me, but in a different way or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's like we learn things. But yeah, no, I definitely need a main character in my life. I need someone to like, I just like learning from other people as well. I love learning.
Yeah,
Truly.
I don't want someone to like follow me around or anything like
Yes.
that.
And that's what
Yeah.
I felt like.
Yeah.
And that's what we were saying. Like, I was like, I don't want to entertain someone for the rest of my life.
Listen, I can talk for the both of us.
No, truly. But like, I don't always want to. That's one
Yeah.
thing about me, mayor of Yapville. But I also love to listen. Like, I love someone else to like take over, entertain
if you're
me.
fucking interesting.
Yeah, no,
No,
if
but
you're
literally-
interesting.
Literally though. And then where was I going with this? Oh, okay. I don't know if you guys can relate, but like I'm very like alpha in my day-to-day life. I run a company, I put out fires all day. I'm literally making decisions all day. So like guys think that I want like a submissive guy, and I do not. I want to come home to a guy. I'm like, do you tell me what to do now? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
really hard because the character I portray and the way I
Yeah.
am in my life, they think the opposite. So
Well, I think that's kind of just you though. Like I'm intimidated by you.
yeah, but when I
Yeah,
go
a
home,
little
I'm
bit,
like a
like,
little
not
tiny,
intimidated.
squishy little bear just wants
Yeah.
to be loved and just hug me.
I can fully relate to that though. Like as a woman, my dream is to be feminine in my relationship. I want to
Yeah.
relax into my feminine. I can't imagine this now because I haven't really had a relationship like this, but like I couldn't imagine walking into an airport and not knowing my gate. Like I'm such an in charge person.
Oh
I'm
my God, me too. That's such
yeah,
a good
can
way
you?
to describe
It's
that.
such a little thing.
It hurts.
No, I know, but like to be like, oh, my boyfriend, like he has it covered. he's like, oh, we're going to go get a drink here. This is our gate. Like, I've never turned my brain off in that way. And that is so sexy to me that he's in charge. Like, of course, like, we want to grow our careers. We are driven. We have so many things that we're very like powerful on and all about. But in a relationship, I don't want to lead. I don't want to tell you who to be friends with. I don't want to pick the restaurant. I literally want you to be the man of my household, the leader of our family, and I don't want to lead. And
yeah, and I'm always leading, literally always. Like we were at a festival last summer, and I just met one of my best friends, Dustin, and for some reason, not even for some reason, that night, all the time, people are like, all right, Drax, where are we going? And I was like, all right, the plan is we go, da-da. I'm always the one in charge. People always come with me to the plans. And at one point it got so much because I just kind of wanted to go home and like sleep. Everyone's like, where are we going? And I like kind of froze. I was like, and the look on my face, and Dustin literally stepped in front of me and goes, all right, guys, I'm going to take over right now. Just stop asking all like questions. And I literally was like, thank you. Best friends ever since. I don't know. I'm really good at saying no to things. I'll tell you right now. I'm over the phase of having FOMO. Like, I kid you not. I moved from LA to Vegas back in February, which was a really big deal for me because, like, I've lived in California my entire life. I work in entertainment. Why would I leave LA?
yeah.
My mental health was so low a year ago from now. And it just, like, I don't know. You ever made a decision to do something and you've never regretted it? Literally, I didn't even have to think twice. It just made sense. My friends have more FOMO that I'm not at the events they invite me to. And I'm just sitting at home on a Friday night with a face mask on. And I'm like, alone.
Relax.
Like,
moisturize.
I will say no to things. And people, it's funny. We have like, this is insane, but we have a 32 person group chat in LA called LA. And this group chat's been going on since COVID. And certain people, when you invite them to things in there, you know, and they say no, they'll be like, oh my God, why aren't you coming? When I say no, nobody's like, oh man, I'm not changing my mind. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm like, I love you guys, but I'm good. They'll be like sad, but they're not like gonna pressure me into things. Cause it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but like, since I'm the leader of a lot of the like events we do, everyone comes to those. But if I say no, they respect my boundaries now.
Yeah.
But I had to move away to make them do that.
Honestly, I truly feel like you're in your queenship. You know what I mean? And I really want you to like have your king and everything. But
It's so hard.
Yeah, because that's why I'm getting forklift operated.
Oh my God, I thought you were saying
To
I'm
be
getting
his king?
forklifted. And I was
no, I'm just saying,
that a
like,
new
it's like, I
sexual
just feel like a
position?
lot of people need someone to
getting
know how to
forklifted?
fucking do the forklift, you know? I guess
Well, we
I'll
have
do
a
it.
rule.
What?
Well, it's my rule,
Do you
but I feel like
forklift each
you.
other?
Ew. No, I feel like you've sort of adopted it. But my rule in dating a man is that if I have to call my dad to fix something, I can't. It's such an ick to me.
Yeah.
Like, how do I do this? How do I do that? And I do have
okay.
some girlfriends who they pay, like their husbands are very rich and they might not be handy. So they just pay people to do things. But that doesn't turn me on. I'm like, if I would have to call my dad to, how do I do this? I need to change this or blah, blah, blah. I can't marry you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
All right. Well, she wants a blue collar forklift operator that knows. I'm just kidding.
And drinks Bush beers. What is it called?
Light beers.
Bush Light beers.
I mean, honestly,
Sponsored. Well, operating forklift.
could you imagine?
We do not condone operating forklifts and drinking.
Well, it's heavy machinery, Alex.
I know.
Like, fucking crazy.
Francesca, why would you do that? Why would you want your man to do that?
You know, he just needs to be in charge.
I feel that though. Actually, I was listening to an interview with Miley Cyrus, and she was on Call Her Daddy. This is years ago, actually, but she was talking about like why, like her issue with men, and it was because she upstages men. She is more masculine than men. Like, not masculine in like the traditional sense, but like she's the breadwinner. She's the fucking famous one. She's the one that like gets shit done. You know, she is the one that has people waiting on her. Yep. You know, and that is like very unattractive to men and her.
Yeah.
So like if you have some other man that's just waiting in the sidelines, like, oh babe, that was a great practice.
It's boring.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
It's boring.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah, it's tough. Like, I haven't like truly been in a relationship in like 5-6 years. I've been single for a long time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like the longest thing I just had was like maybe like 2 months.
Yeah,
back in March.
That doesn't count.
And that one was where I blocked the guy after. I called that one a fever dream. That was a weird time in my life. He was significantly younger, and we're gonna leave it at that.
Wait, how much younger?
Like that.
Give me an amount of years.
You can guess.
10?
11. Wait, that'd be 21. Sorry, I was
Oh,
like
it was
11.
10. It was
Sorry.
10 years. She got it right on the
10
first
years.
time.
Okay, so he was 21 years old. Okay.
Insanity. I was going through midlife crisis.
At least you can buy a beer at a bar.
He couldn't drive.
Nope. But situationships fuck you up more than real
Dude, it was
relationships.
fucked.
Yeah.
And fucking Aquarius, dude. He was an Aquarius. It was fucked. Anyway, tangent from there. I felt like dating's been tough for me because I've definitely been my masculine a lot more. And I definitely am like, fine, I'm just going to do it myself. And now I've been so single and so independent for so long that it's just like, it's weird. I can't like imagine myself in a relationship. But I know I could get there because I'm like, I'm also a hopeless romantic. Like I love love. Like I love it so much. Like I love couples. I love my friends that are in love. I love being the third wheel. I'm like, I love you guys. Literally, they know. I'm like, yay. But I love it so much. And from like the day I graduated high school till college, I had a boyfriend every year of my life for like 5 years straight. I was a serial monogamous is what they would say.
Yeah.
But I was a chameleon. I was just dating what I was doing. Played water polo, dated the water polo guy. Was into hardcore bands, dated the hardcore guy. Like dated the frat stars, dated the fraternity president. Like it was just like stupid. And then now I think the universe is like, you need to go just build your company and blah, blah, blah. Biggest learning lesson I had this year after dating the young man is I wasn't putting myself first. I was like, I would be like, oh, I'm going to wait till he's free. So I'd put myself second and wait for him to be free. So now I put myself first and I really do not care about guys right now. I'm like, no, my company's first. I'm first. And if you don't like it, that's okay. Like, whatever.
Well, you'll meet your man that he's worried about you. What makes you comfortable? What makes things easier for you?
Yeah.
He's worried about when you're off and you won't have those thoughts.
Yeah.
Because he's just like helping out with that. So wait, you're 28?
31. Why do you keep thinking I'm 28?
I don't know.
I literally thought you told me you were 28.
I think you guys started a rumor.
No, we
Actually,
have, but
Drax lied to me at the bar and how old she was.
I'm actually 57.
Maybe.
years
How old is Erin? Is she 28?
No, she's 27.
well, no. The
28?
reason I asked is 28 to 31 is your Saturn returns. Do you know about it?
No, what does that mean?
It's when your life gets put into a blender. It's when Saturn returns back to the same place of when you were born. It's a 27 to 30 year cycle ish.
Okay, that's wild that you said
It's a
those numbers.
27. Like, okay.
I'm surprised you don't know about this.
Wait,
Let me
No,
explain.
I'm sorry.
Let me
We're going on the
explain it.
tangents. We
I'll
have
get this out.
notes,
Let
but
me explain
Explain
this.
this.
Let me
This is
explain
important.
a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, so it takes Saturn 27 years to go through around the sun. Okay, so where you were born, and you have 3 years within one sign. Okay, so where you were born, you say for me as an example, I was born where my Saturn was in Pisces. So it took me 28 years to get back to Pisces. Okay. So it could be 27, 28 to 30. Okay. And sometimes 31, but not really. So like somewhere around that year, you have to calculate whenever that sign changes into the sign that you were born is when your Saturn return starts. And Saturn teaches you your greatest limits, your greatest challenges. But then the moment that you overcome those challenges and master them, then you're a master at those challenges, whereas other people weren't, right? So I am not good enough to know like what your...
I'm about to tell you, this is insane that you're telling me this.
no,
right now.
so Saturn returns is what made me believe in astrology. So you just came out of
Dude,
yours.
literally, this is insane. I turned 27 during COVID. And literally right when I turned 27 during COVID, I was like, I should work on myself. I kid you fucking not. Because I used to just like be like, everything's perfect. Everything's okay. Because like, why would I talk about my problems? There's so many other people with way crazier problems ever. And I used to just be like, everything's fine. And my business coach at the time for fitness was like, no one is going to buy any fitness coach stuff from you ever because you are not relatable. You act like your life is perfect. I was like, yeah, but he's like, it's not perfect. And you need to share those stories. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I remember the first time I used to have really bad acne during COVID. And so I posted like a photo with just no makeup on. And I was like, well, this da-da-da. And I opened up about a story and it was insane. The amount of people are texting me, asking me, relating, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, interesting. And so I started opening up more and just not complaining, but just sharing my issues and then how I'm going to overcome them. Because I believe that every problem has a solution. That's how I view life. I don't like complaining. And from there, I dropped my friends that were so judgy because I was like, I'm not a judgy person, but they made me judgy. So I dropped them during COVID because I'm very much more like, I don't give a fuck what you look like. I don't care how you dress as long as you're a kind person. And I don't know, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Just be kind. That's it. That's all that matters, right? Like you can wear a trash bag. I'd be like, fucking nice outfit. I'm not lying either. I'm just like sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the last couple of years have been
Crazy.
especially this last year. Like I moved last year and then went into Vegas and immediately was in this fever dream with the whatever. It's been a fun, wild year. And then my whole business started about a year and a half ago. So, whoa.
Yeah.
This is the big question I've had for you. Why do you own a social media company and you're not a full-time influencer? Like, why did you choose that? Because you have enough followers that you could.
Because everyone's this is what I think. Influencers are people that are only like hot for so long. Not everyone,
Okay.
like, think about it. Like, when's the last time you've seen a Charlie D'Amelio video, Addison Rae, Bryce Hall? Tell me the last time you've seen one of their videos.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
I live on TikTok.
Charlie D'Amelio is over.
But right.
Bryce Hall he just
It was kinda
Trump
funny
started
now.
liking him, and then Addison Rae had to like completely rebrand.
So the thing is
Oh,
if you're smart, right? Like, this is the issue with a lot of influencers, especially like the ones who are not mega famous, is they get 1 million, 2 million, 3 million followers and they think, I'm going to be set for life. No, because you're only hot for so long. When I first blew up, my crazy story is I hit 1 million followers on TikTok in 1 month. It was fucking insane. It was 2021. It was the wildest
Wait, how
situation.
and why?
My Russian series, I was the first girl to do American vs. Russian as a series on TikTok.
Okay.
And it was 2021. It was the beginning of 2021. So going viral then was way easier. And if you're the first person to do a series, you just.
Yeah.
And I learned the video that went dumb viral. I remember when it hit like 10 million views like in a day. And I sat there and I was like, all right. And guess what? This goes back to that original story. It was the series I started when I had the 2 weeks off during COVID. So I fucking did it. It just hit a little, like a couple months later. So I fucking did it.
Just to get back to that, I think some people during COVID chilled and didn't do much. And then some people took full advantage. And that's what you did.
Oh my God, COVID changed my life. It was the first time I was able to slow down and finally have like enough time to do all the things I wanted. So yeah, my series went super viral and this is insane. I was working remember I said I worked on film sets. I was working full time as a production assistant on Snowfall, which was a show on FX. I had just gotten to the camera union, which I thought at the time was my lifelong goal.
yeah.
While this is happening, I am going, when I say dumb viral, like I hit 1 million followers between January 6th to February 6th. February 6th is my birthday. I hit 1 million followers on my fucking birthday weekend and I got a tattoo of a vodka bottle.
Wait, are you 29 at that point? You're turning 29 or 28?
28. And
You got a tattoo of a vodka bottle.
for my 1 million followers, on my middle finger.
But within
Fuck
a
it.
month.
Within a month, because what I realized when that first video went viral, I was like, the only way I'm going to go viral again is I have to do the same thing. Just like branding. Okay, got it. You do it once, you make it part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, and next thing you know, you've been Sasha for 3 years or whatever, how long it's been.
Yeah.
So I did a part 1, part 2, whatever, and it was like, it was always like American vs. Russian blank, American vs. Russian podcast, cooking, blah, 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 blah. And I did like 2 to 3 videos a day.
Yeah.
I would literally wake up, go work on set all day, and then all day, like actors, all of them on set,
Yeah.
they knew them really well. They'd be like, is this you? And I'm like, yeah, what's your coffee order? Because I was still a PA. And they're like, bro, what? And I'm like, so your coffee order? And it was so funny. And that was all January. I didn't see my friends at all. I ended up going on some this creator's in TikTok live. This is also what changed it. I went on his TikTok live and he was like, hey, we're looking for like girl creators who want to be on a video tomorrow. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm free. So he texted me immediately. He's like, oh, I'll text you. He texted me and was like, hey, are you cool? We're going to like throw you in the ocean. I was like, down. He's like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Throw me in the ocean. I met him and then he introduced me to all these other creators. So I collabed with so many TikTokers for this full month.
Yeah.
Hit 1 million followers and I haven't seen any of my real friends. This is the first time I'm also posting it on TikTok and Instagram. So I didn't know how everyone was reacting, right? Because like, I don't know. My friends were probably like, what? And like, didn't see any of them. I was like, Dee. So I go to a party right before my birthday at this house and I walk in and all my friends were like, holy shit, Alex or Sasha, what? You're like, what? It was like, it was really nice. Not saying I needed the validation, but it was really cool that my friends, doesn't matter how crazy and weird I am, they were like, this is so fucking cool. And then I hit the 1 million followers on my birthday like a weekend later. And it was like the fucking start of everything. So go back to your original question because we tangent here.
Wait, side note though, everything is cringe until it gets likes.
Yes, everything's cringe until everyone starts
That's
watching
so
it.
fuck up. But if you did Sasha videos and it got 200 views and you were stuck in 200ville, everyone would be like, what the fuck is she doing?
Well, that's why I did this series on TikTok for like 4 months before I even posted on Instagram. Yeah. Because I didn't want anyone to see.
I understand that.
Instagram is like a little too full frontal.
TikTok, I can be myself. Those are my girlies. Those are my friends.
Yep, you can be weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, to go back to what you were saying, I had a really hot streak for 6 months straight.
Okay.
Whatever. And then it started to go up and down and fluctuate. Now I'm like, fucking people are always commenting. They're like, what happened? You've lost it. And I was like, I don't fucking care about TikTok anymore. I don't care. Like TikTok's gone down. But anyway, so to go back to that, if you're smart, the whole point of TikTok, in my opinion, this is the best part about TikTok over any social media. If you can get 2.4 million followers by your fucking self, obviously with all the collabs and stuff like that, but like, I don't have a management team. I just did it because it was fun. You can prove that you're marketable, right? If you're marketable, that means you can go to the next step, which means, if you're smart, you go, I'm going to do acting, singing, create a fucking business. So I was like, guess what? A business is something that is more long-term. It will make me money long-term because I don't think people can be hot forever unless you are like Paris Hilton or Miley Cyrus. And sure, maybe I could have gotten there one day, but to be honest, like I'm an entertainer. I'm not an actress. I like being on camera, but I also like being behind camera. I came from behind camera and I love it. And I've done both my entire life. But for me, I just feel like being behind camera is something that will work for me long-term.
100%. Because you're smart. Because you have that. And I will say in the TikTok universe these days, it makes me very sad. And I don't like seeing how people build people up and then tear them down. It is so hot and cold.
Yeah, like it's almost like your debut shouldn't be big.
What do you mean?
Like
if you get too big too fast, people want to find a reason to hate you. And I'm not loving it's
Like
not even
right,
cancel culture. I don't even care about talking about that. But it's more like, they're chuggy. Oh, they're losers. But now everyone thinks they're losers. So it's actually cool to be into them. It's like this, it's high school.
Yeah.
And for your business to be set on that. And for me, like, so back in the day, how I got into social media, I had a gluten-free food blog that got like 40,000 followers, but this is literally 10 years ago.
No,
so
that's
there
insane.
weren't influencers.
Yeah.
There wasn't a word for it. It was like me. It was normal people, celebrities, and then people with like 40 or 50,000. No, it was crazy.
That's awesome. I think the other thing is I never wanted to get that big where people just want to find reasons to not like you. I feel like that is scary. Like I like where I'm now where it's just like little, it's just like just big enough where I'm like, whatever. But like, remember we were talking about Haley Bailey, fucking, she got super big and then everyone's just, but honestly, because in your life is put on a pedestal and it's too much to the point where people are hating you. And honestly, like I can't imagine being a celebrity, dude. I don't know how they fucking do it. I understand why Britney Spears shaved her head and went fucking crazy because like, I don't know how they do it. I feel really bad for them for the amount of like people and the pressure that goes on them. And like, I would never wish for anyone to be famous for the wrong reasons like that. Because like, I think Cameron Diaz has talked about like, you don't want to be famous. And you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, that's another thing is I was like, this is great, but I like being behind the camera. And then also like, not to say being in front of the camera is not notable, but for some reason I'm like, you know, I love intelligence and knowledge. And I feel like owning a company and being behind the camera and behind a company like that just kind of puts you more, I don't know.
It's more respected.
It's more respected. I don't know how to say that anymore.
It just is. I think that the creators who have gotten big, I have respect for them.
Yes.
I hate when people are like, oh, you're hot for doing this. You're hot for doing that. Or, oh, you just blew up. I'm like, then you do it.
Yeah, then you do it.
No, literally, if it's
no
that
judgment.
easy, you do it.
Yeah.
It does not work like that. but I will say they are not respected. I mean, I think Kim Kardashian is the biggest example. I hate using her. Like, she is smart. They have built a brand. They've done so much. If you know that about them, law school, she's doing so much to prove this because it's like people are like, you got famous for being hot. You're famous for being famous. You're so
Fucking
stupid.
Porn.
Yeah,
sex
whatever.
tapes,
Sex tape. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what I'm saying, it's like people don't respect influencers, like big people, business people.
She's not an influencer, motherfucker.
No.
But I really appreciate your point of view of being like both in front of the camera and back side of the camera, and I think that shows your like genius with it.
I think
like you being
honestly, it's kind of like my like talking point, and I think the reason
Yeah.
why, not even I know the reason why a lot of people hire me because
Uh-huh.
they see that I'm in front of the camera and I have literal social proof. And then
Yeah.
I'm also behind the camera of a company because here's my big issue with a lot of these people who own social media companies. All they do is make content about making social media content, and it drives me fucking crazy.
Yep.
You have no social proof.
Yeah.
You think you know how to make content, but go out and make a separate account,
Yeah.
do something different, and prove to me that you know what you're doing because I don't think you do.
They never have a fucking following.
No,
but you
no,
do.
No, they do. Well, they do have a following for making social media content.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. They're like, "Hello, I make social media content about making social media content." I'm like, where's the social?
You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
help a
Yeah.
company. You can't help a
Yeah.
No,
client.
you can't because you think you know what you're talking about, but you've never done it.
Yeah.
I have literally done it, and then
Mm-hmm.
also I will test out trends on my page to then use on companies' pages as well.
Oh.
It's just
Wait,
like.
sick. Love
Yeah,
that.
like I think that I have not met another creator that also does kind of what I do in the sense where it's like, hi, you like I literally have like across the board like over
Yeah.
4 million followers, and it's like all these different platforms, and it's like I've proven that I can go viral on these platforms,
Yeah.
and then I can do it for my clients too. So it's just like I don't know.
Boom, proof is in the
No, I
pudding.
love that.
Proof is in
I've
the
been
pudding.
there.
Okay, so Drax, I told you this earlier today, and I was like, I just feel like I have to say this to your face because I said it to Nick the other day. I feel like every famous pop star, everyone who's someone, this is something I'm so jealous of, to be honest, envious, like look up to, like love it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who is like a famous pop star, you could dress up like them for Halloween. And I feel like you found your voice, you found your brand. And I
Kind
just,
of lost my voice.
I know. No, you've lost your voice tonight. That's what happens
It's
when you film a
gone.
podcast at 3 a.m. But how did you find that? Like, where did this come from? And it's so you. It's not manufactured. You don't have a team behind you doing it, and I love it.
I was a little emo goth kid growing up.
Yeah.
So when I was 13, I was like, I wore only boys' clothes, all red and black. And that was me. And then I tried to overcorrect. I was in Hollister girl, and then slowly I was like water polo tomboy again and kind of went back. But then what really did it was when I was blowing up on TikTok and stuff, like obviously I had that style with my Sasha character, but then when I would go to collabs and all these parties, I would just dress how everyone else dressed. Going to brunch, wear white. I would just like chameleon again, which was
Yeah.
another pattern I noticed in my dating life. I was a chameleon and dressing a chameleon. And then I will never forget, I was in Florida with one of my friends, Cody, shout out Cody, and he has an awesome style. He dresses very like MGK, like very rocker edgy. And it didn't matter where we went to the club, went to the grocery store, went to wherever, he would always wear his style loud and proud. And I remember seeing that and I was like, what am I doing? Like, this
Yeah.
isn't me. So I had a 90s sitcom moment. I went back home, ripped all the clothes out of my closet, threw them on the floor.
Yes.
I was like, no. And I was like, who am I? And I was like,
Yep.
oh my God, I've always been the edgy punk rock girl, but I love fashion. So let's make it not tomboy. Let's make it more like girly.
Yeah.
And so I went down Melrose in LA, and that's like my favorite area to shop. And I went to all these different stores and I started picking out my style. This is when I was blonde. And so you're like, how did this happen? I don't know. No, I was blonde. And I went to my hairdresser and I was like, hey, I want to do dark blonde, but with a white streak. He's like, cool. So he puts the bleach in my front of my hair, and he knew I was on camera, and I haven't bleached my hair in so long that he like didn't want to leave it on anymore, else it was going to fry and fall off. And he goes, oh shit, it's turning orange. Oh my God. Okay. If I leave it on any longer, your hair is going to fall out. Okay. Here's the solution. We need to put a color on it. And I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, wait, do I have any auditions of anything? No, fuck acting. I don't even care to act anymore. And I was like, wait. He's like, pink. And I was like, dude, yes, pink. I used to have pink underneath when I was blonde, like in like
We're the same person.
in like
No, so did
community
I in college.
Yeah. And then so I was like, fuck it, do the pink, whatever. He goes, okay. And it was like literally that color pink at the time. The moment the pink touched my hair, I was like, this is me.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
It was so cool. And it was just like a streak of pink and blonde. And then the rest is blonde. And then every time I put a little more in, it went like farther and farther and farther and farther. And I was half pink and half blonde for like a year. But it started looking weird because my roots would grow out. And so after my birthday 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I literally was like, I have had blonde for 30 years. I am done. So right after my 30th birthday, I was like, we're going fucking dark. So I did dark.
Oh.
But it was like, I wanted it to be silver, but because, and like gray, but because like it was not that blonde, it turned muddy. And so, but then I met this awesome hairdresser and she goes, I can help you. And I go, great. And then we found the silver. And then last November, so about a year ago, I was like, can we do checkered? She's like, sure. And now we have come to where we are now, which is this like checkered thing. Where
it
like
suits you so well.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't look crazy punk. It's you. It fits perfectly.
Thanks. I've never seen anyone else with like this type of hair. Because I feel like, not to hate on whatever, but usually when you see like colored hair, it's usually really fried and really frizzy.
Yeah.
But like, we've done it so well. Like my girl's a genius. Also, we don't bleach it every time you do it. I just throw the color on top of it.
Yeah.
And then we'll bleach the roots every like 3 to 4 months, maybe, but that's it. So my hair is like very healthy. But yes, this is like, I love it. It's the best thing ever. And then also I started like working on my sleeve. Like I've always wanted to do that too. This is Alexander the Great. My mom named me after him because I'm so great.
Yeah. That's my historical crush.
Oh, are you gonna make out with my arm?
I would love to.
Are we both in love with Alex?
I think so.
I know.
I feel like you're like so many things about you are so me, and so many things about you are so her.
Again,
wild.
49% girls, 51% guys.
Wait, that's wild.
Wait,
Maybe
maybe
the
this is.
sibs are both attractive.
Wait, hold on. Maybe my following analytics is my masculine and feminine. I need to get the feminine up more.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a sign.
We gotta go hang out and then we gotta go to bed. We have parties to go to
Why don't we
tomorrow.
go to bed and then hang out tomorrow?
Yeah, that's
No,
way better.
literally.
We're going to bed. We're going to bed, mom and dad.
Mom and dad? Well,
Mom and
oh my
Dad.
gosh, Drax, thank you so much for being here. I
Thank
can't believe we're
you.
even hanging out in Denver.
Dude, literally, we're at Burning Man a month ago, and then I was
I
like,
know.
wait, I'm literally going to be in Denver with them. I want to see you guys. And like, well, we're all
No, that was
friends.
like 2 weeks ago.
I mean, it was
Yeah, it was yesterday.
3 weeks ago. No, it was literally.
It was like
Yeah.
like last night.
But-
And we got her in the closet.
Oh, that's such a gift. Thank you so
No,
much.
like truly honored. So amazing. Can't wait to see what comes of this.
No, I
Yeah.
am too, because like the first time we talked was about the podcast clips on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then,
Well-
and then Nick and I looked back at our conversation on text messages and we were so formal.
Like,
Remember?
so, like,
Hey,
we don't
Alex, this is Nicodemus. I thought, yeah.
And then now it's like, what up, bitch? I'm bringing my red flags.
Yeah. I'm bringing the red flag. I'll
But
bring the
next
vodka.
year, we're actually going to do podcasts on the playa.
Yes,
We're actually
yes.
going to do some shit. I couldn't handle it this
I know.
year.
I wish we did.
No, there was way too much happening this
Yeah.
year. But now, now we
Next
go.
year it's on.
we
Now
go.
we're actual friends.
So, and I don't even think our mics would have worked because we got new mics.
So listen, you guys follow Drax. We'll put everyone's in it. Sponsored by Katie's
Oh, yes. Let's go over that
Neon
really
Katie
quick.
Makeup. We'll put it in there. You know, she's amazing. She's beyond. Oh,
Inspo.
what was your inspiration for the look?
All right. The inspiration was Avril Lavigne meets Victoria's Secret model.
Ooh.
And yeah, this is my
Nailed
other-
it.
my alter
Absolutely nailed
ego.
it, Katie.
No, but yeah, Katie is the best at makeup. ever.
What was yours?
What did I say?
Didn't you say like London?
She wanted some color.
It's giving like London. Like wouldn't
You
say
said
that?
like London cool girl, and I was like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to live up to this for the rest of my
Yeah.
life. I haven't slept in days, and like I somehow look hot. That's what Katie can do. And she did it fast. We were hanging out. Wonderful. Crush it.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Follow her. Hire her. They'll be on soon, and you can see the
Yes.
magic yourself. I love you guys.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Share, follow, subscribe, like.
Send
Love
the
you guys.
facts. And then
Bye.
we'll have all info everywhere. Bye bye.
Damn, who had the last word?
It was me, fucker.
It was
Bitch.